after about 12 failures. See if we can get this one apart now. Have a better understanding. So here's a motor that I already know I can get the screws out of. The next step is going to be popping these long screws out of here. And in most cases, they come out pretty easily. But I'll show you what you can do if they are seized. You're not worried about, obviously you're going to be scrapping the motor. You can cut the heads off the screws with an angle grinder. So a lot of times if you want, you can lift up on the back of the motor and give it a good smack, or you can even lay it on the side. You can see it's already separating. And typically they come apart like that pretty easily. This one, I don't know if this is another aluminum wound motor, but we'll find out. It's pretty simple. So you can even find out before you take it all the way apart by just simply taking your grinder and just, as you can see, that one's copper. So that's a good sign. You can even just take a screwdriver, but you can see in there. I don't know how well you can see, but that's a copper wound motor, which is a good sign. And now what I'm going to do, since the screws are seized, because these are old pool pump motors, so quick tip, as you can see what I'm doing here, if you can't get the grinder in some of these spots, you can just go directly under with your cutoff wheel. Say there's a screw that goes in there. Typically that'll cut the screw so you can actually get it out. Just like that. It's garbage. Okay, the next step is putting a slice down the center of the body. So you can see this kind of popped open clamshell. And then you can go like this. And usually your coil winding will come out. You can drill it double this up. What I'm going to show real fast is how to get the copper out. A lot of people struggle with this. Really, it's not that bad of a job. Zoom in some. So I usually like to wear a mask for this part, but it's so windy out, I'm not worried about it. Uh-huh. What I've got going on. I use an angle grinder just because you can use a Sawzall, but it tears up the copper really badly and it makes it even harder to get out. This right here is probably about ½ a pound of copper. Next step, you see how nicely that likes to move out. I would go around and hit it out first. found my screwdriver that I specifically cut just for doing motors like this. But anyways, it goes a lot faster when you have something that fits in there. Okay, that one was way more difficult than it should have been. Let's do the next one. So hopefully the camera's picking it up, but you can see how multiple coils are moving at the same time with what I'm doing. That's usually what you want. The last motor was a bit of a pain. Usually they're not that hard. I like using levers. Usually you get closer in, you get a couple of them before but still drop it. Yeah. Yeah. Some good chunks of copper coming out of there. Especially with the way copper prices are right now. In my area, I get $4.40 a pound at my scrapyard anyways. As long as you're not a crackhead and you're sorting out all of your materials nicely, they'll pay you a top dollar. But I've seen some of these tweakers going in there and they get all pissed off because they're giving them the lowest payout because they bring in the lowest grade. They bring in like old Christmas lights and shit. And I always like to go and smash the copper down so that way it's more dense. Electric motor windings to turn in. Alright, so I just left my local scrapyard and you can see I got 60, 25, so majority of that was from those electric motors. That was literally 3 electric motors, would have been like $50-something, as you can see there. Yeah, $51.60 just for the electric motors. That's literally 3 electric motors taking the copper windings out. So there is money to be made in this stuff, guys. You just got to take a little time and do it. It only took me, those 3 motors took me about an hour and a half yesterday, so not bad. Now if you had, say, like 20 or 30 of those, you spent the whole day taking them apart, that's a pretty good paycheck. I've done that before. In the next video I'll show you guys how to take apart an AC compressor and extract the copper out of that. It's actually not too difficult. You just need a grinder and some cutoff wheels and